All right, today we are going to talk about how to choose the right business model as a faith driven entrepreneur. And if you are new around here, we are Janeen and Natalie. This is Abundance Living Co. And we're excited to talk about this because between the two of us, we've been in the online space for over 20 years. And when we say we've tried everything between the two of us, like we've really done it all. We've done affiliate marketing, network marketing, digital marketing. We've created courses. We're selling courses. We've done high ticket and low ticket. And we've been in health and wellness and beauty and travel and personal development. And we've done all the little side gigs in between, or at least looked into them enough. And so we are really excited to dive in and talk to you about this because we know that there's so much noise in the online space. And I just really wish when I first got started that someone was like sat down and explained to me the different options so then I could know and pray about where to start.
Yeah, I think so you guys can hopefully learn from us today of the trial and error that we've been through, and which is why we were passionate about sharing this with you because for me, it wasn't that I wasn't willing to work. We are both very ambitious. We have a strong work ethic. We are excited. We have big goals and visions. So we were showing up, we were posting, learning consistently, but it kind of felt like no matter how much we did, nothing was really compounding or helping us to move as far and as fast as we wanted to go. And remember thinking that, well, maybe we just need more followers or we need better content or we need to try something else. And so there were pivots along the way. And really looking back, it wasn't always that we needed to do more. It was just that we needed to understand really what the type of business model was and which was actually going to be best for where we were because no one really explains that part. I think everybody kind of comes on and talks about how their business is the best, and this is the best thing that you should be doing right now. Here's what's working. And so when you're kind of in that phase of trying to figure things out, then you just start latching on to the next best thing. And so, but no one really is explaining the model and what actually fits for you. And especially as a busy mom or someone who's trying to build in the margins of their day. And so we needed to think about what fit our lives, what didn't, what also aligned with our values. Like that's a huge one and who are the type of people that you want to do business with. And then think of something too that we see, what that a lot of people don't see is they think everyone else maybe just picked something and then it worked. And, so you're going to actually realize that most people have a similar story as far as they tried different things. And then it was really though, that's what it matters is that you're willing to keep going and not give up. But because we've been through all that, we want to make sure that we can take out some of that confusion for you and help you to start realizing that, okay, if you're starting to hear all these different things to do, like we mentioned, there's affiliate, there's digital, there's network, there's UGC, there's coaching, there's courses. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, what do I actually do then? And so we want to walk through these, explain them, not tell you what to choose, but just to help you actually think about it differently and what might be some directions for you.
Absolutely. So let's dive into a couple of the different things. One thing that I feel like is really booming right now and people are talking a lot about is just being a content creator, like getting paid to be a content creator. So, you can do that on different platforms, especially right now. I think Facebook and YouTube are kind of the two main ones for that. And really, when people are getting started in that, they're thinking like you post and you grow an audience and then you just get paid. And, there's parts of that, we obviously love. I mean, here we are like on YouTube and probably Facebook and you get to be creative, you get to share your voice and you don't need to really have everything figured out right away. And so there are definitely parts of that are good, but what I've seen and what we've experienced is that it can take a really long time to actually create an income with that. Like I know like my husband has like over 100,000 followers like on Instagram and even like he's monetized on Facebook and we've had things go viral before and you're like okay, there's, over 100,000 views, or there's sometimes even over 1 million views, or sometimes 10 million views and you're thinking you're going to get this like big payday and you're like, we made $100. Great. And so you got to kind of remember that when you're looking at something like this. And also the people that are actually content creators, I mean, they post like 20 plus times a day. I mean, it's really, really a lot and it's very niche down and it's very specific and you're very much like baiting and hooking and putting in, like there's a lot more that goes behind it than just putting a post out. So just knowing that is it really important. And then the other option too is digital products. And so digital products can be a couple of different things. So first, it's creating your own products or coaching, which obviously we have added in. So it's not it's something that we do love. But as a beginner, it's not something that's always the best place to start unless you already have an audience or already have built influence, whether that's online or offline, because you can always transfer offline influence online. It takes a little bit of learning how to do that, but you can. But you have to remember because you're building your own thing, you're doing all the back end stuff, you're creating, then it's not just showing up. You're actually creating the offer, you're figuring out messaging, you're building trust. And in doing all of that, you're trying to grow an audience and trying to get your content to convert. And what most people don't tell you is you're spending hours putting it all together and investing out of pocket for all these different things on the back end just to make it all fit together before you even earn anything. And so if you don't have a system and you don't have it really dialed in, it can feel really overwhelming. So that's something just to know. And then there's also different courses or different things that you can actually resell. So there's a couple of different options with this, with the different digital marketing. Master resell rights is one. That's one where you earn the rights to resell a course at 100% commission. So that's one option. There's also some different like PLR, which is like private label rights, or different things you actually can like rebrand it. Another option is just some of the affiliate ones. So one that we have looked into, I've done a lot of different digital marketing. It can be a really lucrative thing if you are looking to bring in fast cash and you have an audience and you've built influence. I will say that because, I remember when I first got started in it, we really needed fast cash. We had just sold my husband's agency and we were able to make $50,000 within 4 months. So it was incredible. But one thing that I realized with that, a couple of things. One is it isn't something that is residual. So I'm not going to continue to get paid. And also, when people are getting started with it, you really have to be dedicated to learning the skills because I already had the skills. And so when I came in and I ran with it, it was because I already had built the audience, I already had built influence, and I already had the skills. Now, that being said, there are some great programs out there. One that we really like after looking into pretty much all of them is called Boss Suite. So we can put some information on that here below because that one really made sense. It gives structure of everything when a lot of it can feel pretty scattered. And it also gives the ability to learn 22 different types of incomes that you can do in the online space, Amazon affiliate stuff, TikTok shop, and all those little odds and end pieces. It really holds it all together. Etsy, lots of stuff on there. So that's a great program. It also will teach you how to resell it. It is an affiliate offer and it's a great mid-ticket option. So you can learn more about that here below. Then another option too that is out there is just e-commerce. So, having physical products and running an online store, doing Etsy, stuff like that, which that can be amazing if you love that side of the business, but it also comes with a lot of stuff behind the scenes. It has a lot more overhead. Sometimes you have to deal with inventory, shipping, customer service. And for me personally, I knew, especially when I was new, I did not want something like that. It just added too much to my plate, especially if you don't have your marketing down and you don't know how to share yet. Then to invest in something like that may be a little overwhelming because you don't actually have the skills to market it, but then you're investing in it. So it may be a while before you get into profit mode and just like traditional businesses.
Yeah. And then one of our other models that you obviously, I'm sure all of you have heard about is network marketing or direct sales. And this one is one of our favorites actually, and one that has been one of mine because of the leverage-based model that it is. Like Janine said, we've tried all the different things, and I still always come back to this because it has been the kind of the constant for me. The thing that I've always been able to build a foundation of income that has allowed me to replace my husband's income, bring him home, and then paid for so many things like getting us out of debt and for our wedding, and just over time being able to just it was always something that was there that was bringing that reoccurring revenue. It also is what allowed me to invest in other options like getting an edge to affiliate marketing or invest into being able to create my own courses and systems and those things in place. And I know it can come with a lot of opinions, right? But what we have found now and what we really love and what brought us like to really stick with being in the space in the industry was because of the community part of it, because it's perfect for people who are brand new and need the help, need the mentorship, but don't have the, thousands of dollars to invest right away. And so you can get all that mentorship. And then if you're busy moms like us, you're multi-passionate entrepreneurs and you already have skills, and then it's also a perfect space to be able to transfer those skills and also monetize that but build a residual like passive income and then allow you kind of open doors to do other things as well. And so you're not doing and building everything from scratch. And this already has a system and the model that we found, we love it because it's not inventory, there's not products, there's little to no overhead. It's completely digital. It's built, has AI built into it. So they're already ahead of the curve and they have and it's global. So right away, like we're able to tap into that and actually grow and scale a business in that way and doing something fun. That is something, and that's called MWR. And you will actually put information down below because it's in the travel and lifestyle space. And this is not necessarily new. Obviously, travel's been around for years, but like the trend of it with AI, digital, global, that's something that really stood out to us because it brought kind of what we loved about digital marketing and affiliate marketing together, but now a way to bring in that reoccurring income and do it in a way that aligns and allows us to still be work around our the pockets of our time, and at the time I was even teaching and I needed a way to replace that income quickly so that I could stay home with my son who's now 19 months old at the time of this recording and be able to really start building something around our lifestyle and the things that matter most to us. And so that's what we're ultimately excited to help other women do. And then you don't have to be so stressed about, trying to make those one-off sales every single week. So being able to bridge that gap. And so we put information below so you can actually learn about how we're building residual income without the overwhelm, the posting 24/7 or compromising that faith and family and the proven system you can plug into that shares a little bit more about that.
Yeah, and that's really like what we want you to take from this too is it's not about which model is the best overall. It's about which model is best for the season you're in, for the goals you have, for where you want to start, right? Your capacity and what you feel called to build. Because when those things are aligned, everything starts to really feel different and feel lighter and more sustainable. And that's part of the reason why we decided to partner with this travel company too is because we didn't want to trade time for money. We didn't want to plan trips or be travel agents, but we also really wanted to focus on building with kingdom minded leaders. And so that was huge for us. Alignment really matters. So it feels more sustainable and you actually start to see momentum. And it's really important to have something that can be a long term legacy move. And we're not trying to say, there's one way to do this or there's one way to do that. We've just found obviously having a combination of something builds influence and then something that gives you leverage has made it feel a lot more sustainable.
Yeah. So if you're in a place where you feel like, you've been trying a lot of things, but you maybe don't have a clear structure or system yet, we've also created something that's going to help you from the beginning and or getting back into what you want to be building. And so this is a simple daily routine and rhythm that's going to actually lay the foundation for you so you can create those five-figure months. And so this will be really powerful for you and help you to actually build consistently without burning that. So we'll link that below for you too.
Yeah. And you don't need to do everything. Okay. You don't need to chase every opportunity. You just need to find the right fit and way, like a way to move forward consistently with it. And once you found that, things really start to change. So we're really glad you're here and we'll see you next time.